What's up, guys, and welcome back for another solo mining episode. It's been a minute. It's been about a month or so since there's been any real updates from me. Not a lot has changed with Eve, so a lot of what I've been doing is just kind of stepping back a little bit, but also just kind of working on simplifying my gameplay in Eve and everything like that. So this episode, we're going to be talking about Equinox and the expansion that's coming out here pretty soon, kind of what that looks like in terms of how it might affect my routine, which I don't think it's going to affect it all that much, and kind of the coverage I'll be doing for that. And then also kind of what I've been doing on the back end admin wise in terms of organizing and just kind of trying to simplify my my process in what I do in Eve, and kind of what we're going to be doing moving forward with this series and with the channel in terms of Eve Online. Now, I'll be quite honest with you guys, like, my gameplay is heavily hinged on my free time. Being a parent and also it being summer right now, that's one of the big reasons I've been kind of away and not doing a lot of content. Now, I'm going to try to do the best I can to upload some videos and stuff like that, but also I've been spending a little bit less time in Eve overall. So if you see other games and other things being represented on the channel, it's not necessarily indicative of me moving away from Eve. It's just me trying to diversify kind of my gaming and everything like that. So what I've been doing the past like 45 days or so is pretty much not been playing at all, really. My solo mining routine has been working really well, and I'm one of the type of people who, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm not going to overanalyze or try to not overcomplicate what I do in game to essentially reach my goal. My major goal is still to reach 1 trillion as a solo player, and that progress has been slowly moving. And I am on schedule for that. My original goal was like 2.5 years it was going to take or something like that. So that's been working. Been doing a lot of indie manufacturing, mostly trading, honestly, to kind of facilitate that goal. But mining is definitely something that I do enjoy. I'm not going to sit there and do multiple accounts probably much anymore. I'm trying to get away from actually utilizing multiple accounts, and so a lot of what I've been doing in the back is just kind of slowly phasing out accounts and tunes, consolidating a lot of my alts that I was using in different areas of space. I've kind of brought them back to Jita, and I've liquidated their SP, turned their SP basically into Plex, which is where I mainly store my net worth. And I think I did see a question on the channel that how do I, if I ever liquidate Plex, what do I do? Do I sell to sell orders or buy orders? Normally, I see Plex as like kind of a long-term investment. I hold it long enough that it doesn't matter if I sell it to buy orders or to sell orders. I make a profit on that. Now, when I purchase Plex, I put up buy orders. So I buy it via buy orders. If I ever sell Plex, then I usually just sell it to buy orders as well, but only when it's a significant increase from when I bought it from. But I've been holding Plex for like several years now, so it's one of those things where I just kind of like want to stick it in there and let it kind of grow, because raw ISK just doesn't ever change value. It's basically fiat currency. So having most of my net worth in Plex and letting it sit and kind of monitoring how it's doing is kind of how I facilitate that. So in this video, as you can see, we're out here mining in high sec in the Mackinaw, the same Mackinaw actually, if you've been watching the channel for any extended amount of time, the same Mackinaw that we've been using for over a year now without a loss. So that's pretty cool and kind of crazy. As far as like downsizing my fleet in terms of like characters and accounts, stuff like that, I also kind of got rid of a lot of assets too, because I just don't need that many ships. I'm still holding a Orca, a Porpoise, obviously the Mackinaw. I'm holding a Prospect just because sometimes I like to go out and do rare ore sites, so having that. And I'm also using a crane. I've been using a crane pretty much for the past like 3 or 4 years just in every type of aspect of Eve. So in terms of like Equinox and how I think it's going to affect my gameplay loop, I will check out the new blockade runner, the new deep space transport. I'll check out those new ships. I'll compare them to with how, with what I use in my current rotation, and if they offer any sort of like benefit, then I'll probably look at switching to those in some form or fashion. I do like the new freighter that has high slots for missiles. I think that'll be really cool. A lot of what I see Equinox doing is basically just shaking up the admin side of nullsec as all these big alliances and these corporations start shifting to these hubs. And I know a lot of people have been wanting me to like kind of cover Equinox and like PI, but PI is not changing in Equinox. These new skyhooks that are essentially going to replace any customs office that are present. The skyhooks are going to operate just like the POCOs do, and the only real difference is the skyhook is going to interface directly with the hub in system, and the resources that they're talking about that they get off planet is either like manpower or whatever the case may be. That stuff directly influences the hub and all that stuff like that. So in terms of like your actual PI setups and the PI stuff that I've done in the past, none of that stuff is actually getting changed over at all. The skyhook mainly is just another way for alliances and big corporations to better just have more things to tinker with in terms of customizing their system and things like that. So you probably won't see a whole lot of coverage for that kind of stuff on this channel because I do operate solo, and that's not just an Eve thing. I pretty much operate solo no matter what game I play. But I will be looking into the new ships, the deep space transports. If there's a situation, and I do have some friends still out in Null, if there's a situation where you guys do want to see more coverage on like the new freighter or anything like that, I can probably reach out to my contacts and probably set up a situation where I can kind of record and show those ships off. But that would be a very special occurrence if that does happen. But moving forward, this series is going to get a lot more simplified moving forward. The solo mining series, we're going to be, I felt like it was a little bit disjointed over the course of like episode 1 to 91 that we're on now. I've tried to cover a lot in terms of like solo mining, solo fleet mining, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think it can confuse a lot of people too when they see a bunch of like characters on screen and then they see solo mining. I'm going to try to like simplify that, and also a lot of what I'm doing is just solo account anyway now, so I'm going to try to focus on just that solo account, that solo mining thing. And I'll still probably talk about like fleet mining and stuff like that, but it probably won't be represented in what you see kind of on this. But also this series is going to be the main source of all basically Eve content and mining stuff that I'll be covering. So if you're looking, I probably won't be doing dedicated fit videos, fits or any changes or anything that I'm updating you guys on in terms of EVE Online mining will be included in this series. So it's kind of going to be a one-stop shop for everything. And the reason I want to do that is because I just want to be able to simplify this series in terms of what you can expect. Like if you want the most up-to-date information in terms of ship fits or maybe mining methods or anything like that, you know that this one series on the channel will provide that for you. And also, like I said earlier in the video, I will be doing a lot more different games on this channel moving forward to help diversify. I have been playing a lot of Fallout 76 lately. I've been playing that game pretty much since release. Actually, not pretty much, since release. Every time they bring out a new update, I'm in there playing. They do have an update coming out that soon. So I've been kind of grinding that. That helps breaks up the monotony, so I'm not just playing Eve and only Eve strictly forever and ever and ever. So, like I said earlier in the video, if you start seeing like Fallout 76 videos, if you start seeing City Skylines 2 videos again, that's not indicative of me coming away from Eve. I'm just basically trying to more efficiently tune my gameplay in Eve to where I can accomplish my goals and I can get you guys as much information as possible. And also, like always, leave questions you have in the comments of these videos. I will address those as well in episodes, and I just want to make solo mining a long running series and help as many of you guys out as possible who are getting into mining or want to learn more. And sometimes it can be hard for me to realize what questions newer players have since I've been doing it for so long. So any of that feedback that I get and any questions I can answer is it's a big help and everything. So that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm gonna try to make these episodes a little bit more concise, a little bit more to the point, and not try to force them to being like 30 minutes long and things like that. But that's the goal. We're just gonna like lock it down. We're gonna just work on net worth. We're gonna work on solo mining, proper solo mining, single character. Flex this Mackinaw a little bit more. I'll probably do a pass through all of the ship fits and kind of probably do over the next course of the next couple episodes, kind of visit one ship at a time and just kind of give you guys a little bit of updated information and updated fits and stuff. Not a lot has changed, but I'm gonna kind of do another like fit pass through everything, so everybody kind of has current information going into this new expansion and everything. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. We'll have more member exclusive videos coming out in the future. So peace out.